All right, guys. So today you're going to take some notes on arithmetic sequences, and then tomorrow I am going to upload some practice problems for you to work on. So remember, I'm available at noon if you have any questions on any of this and you want to practice some more, okay? I don't want you guys sitting at home frustrated. I want you to either come to the online session or I want you to email me or send me a message and remind. Do something so that you're staying on top of this stuff, okay? All right, so an arithmetic sequence is when you are adding or subtracting the same thing each time. So this is an example of an arithmetic sequence because if you look to get from 3 to 5, you are adding 2. From 5 to 7, you're adding 2. From 7 to 9, you're adding 2, and so on. These dots right here, these dots just mean that the pattern keeps continuing. Okay, so this is an arithmetic sequence because we're adding the same thing each time. This is also an arithmetic sequence. Here we are subtracting 3 each time. Okay, and again, these dots just mean that the pattern keeps going. So this is arithmetic because you're subtracting. Multiplying and dividing are not arithmetic sequences. It's when you're adding or subtracting and it has to be the same thing every time. So there's two different formulas. The first one we're going to look at is the explicit formula. And the explicit formula is used to find a specific term. Okay, so when you're looking at an arithmetic sequence, so let's say our sequence is 5, 7, 9, 11, and so on. Okay, this is the first term, so we call it A sub 1. A sub 1. That's how we say it. All right, and then this is A sub 2. It's the second term. A sub 3 is 9, and then the fourth term, A sub 4, is 11. Okay, so this A and then a sub, you have like a little 1 underneath it, so it's called A sub 1. So let's say I gave you this pattern and I wanted to know what the 20th term was. All right, so what I can do is there is the formula, and it looks like this. So I'm going to tell you right now, when you see it, it's very intimidating, but don't worry about it. It's really not bad, and you don't have to memorize it. I'm going to give it to you. So the formula is A sub n equals A sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, so A sub n is whatever number term you are looking for. A sub 1, this is your first term. N again is the number term you're looking for. And then D is the common difference. All right, so if we're looking at, I'm going to use this example here. Okay, and so on this example, when I plug everything in, all right, so let's say I want to know what the 20th term is. So if I want to find the 20th term, that's going to be A sub 20 or n equals 20. Okay, I want to find the 20th term, meaning A sub 20 and n equals 20. So I'm going to say A sub 20 equals the first term, which is 5, plus n is 20 because it's the 20th term I'm looking for. So 20 and then minus 1. And then the common difference here is 2. Okay. So then I'm going to go through and I'm going to follow the order of operations and I'm going to simplify it. So this is 5 plus 20 minus 1 is 19. And then I've got 19 times 2. Order of operations says I'm going to multiply before I add. So 19 times 2 is 38. So 5 plus 38 is 43. So this means that the 20th term, A sub 20, is 43. So if I kept this pattern going, so 13, 15, 17, and so on, the 20th term would be 43. Okay, so that's the explicit formula. The explicit formula is the good formula that we like. All right, so here's an example of an explicit formula already plugged in. And so this is saying this is the first term and this is the common difference. So I know that the first term is 3 and then I'm adding 5 each time. So 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, 13 plus 5 is 18, and so on. This is this in an equation form. Okay, so this is the sequence in blue, and then in black, you've got the equation form right there. Sometimes, just to let you know, you're going to have to simplify this. So when we simplify 3 plus n minus 1 times 5, I'm going to distribute the 5. So I have 3 plus 5n minus 5. And then I'm going to combine like terms. So I have 5n minus 2. These are the same formulas. It's just this and this purple one is simplified version of that. So just know, and it works the exact same way. So if you want to know the 10th term, oops, wrong color. So you'd say A, and I did it again. All right, so you would say A sub 10 equals 3 plus, oops, 10 minus 1 times 5. So 3 plus 45, which is 48. So the 10th term is 48. Well, let me just show you how it works down here too. So you'd say A sub 10 equals 5 times 10 minus 2. A sub 10 equals 50 minus 2, which is 48. So again, you can see it works. Just know that sometimes you're going to see the simplified version, okay? Now, the other formula is called the recursive formula. And this is the one that I call ridiculous because all that it does is give you information. You can't use it to calculate like the 20th term or anything like that. It literally just gives you information. So you're going to see it's going to say A sub n equals A sub n minus 1 plus d, and then A sub 1 equals blank. This is the formula. Again, you just need to know how to read it. So if I said A sub n equals A sub n minus 1 plus 2 and A sub 1 equals 10, this is telling me that I'm starting off with 10 and I'm adding 2 each time and so on. So you don't have to keep it going. But again, realize that the recursive formula just gives you information. Okay, it's giving you these two pieces of information that I'm highlighting here. All right, so keep up with your notes. You're going to need to use them the next day to do a worksheet. We're going to do some practice problems. You may even have to rewatch this video again when you're doing the problems, okay? But don't forget, email me or come see me online if you have questions. I hope you guys are staying safe. Be good.